What's up, fellow liberators? Welcome back to Gotians Games. Welcome back to another video of Shin Megami Tensei Liberation. And today we're going to be talking about PvP, or what's called Dx2 Duels in this game. Now this is going to be more a beginner's guide as opposed to more of an in-depth PvP type of guide for you. So this is to help those who are new to the PvP aspect of this game, as well as just people who are new in general. I did mention in my previous videos my previous video that I released, which I'll go ahead and I'll link at the end of the video down here, that there are just specific archetypes that do benefit more than others in PvP, and so this is kind of a follow-up to that video as well. So with that, we're going to go into this just to explain the menu and everything else that goes with this. So once you go into the Dx2 Duel event, is what they put it event, you see like a list of different people to go ahead and fight. Now this is not a live combat. It's, basically you're fighting defense parties that people set up, and in those defense parties you're fighting the AI that is controlling their party. So basically what you would do to start, you would want to set up your own party, because underneath your portrait of your character, of your DX2, is a section that says party. You want to click on that and you want to set up your defensive party, so that way when people challenge you, they will fight the party that you set up. Now you don't want to set up a weak party, because what you want is when people go and fight your party and you're on the defense when you're not playing the game or whatever, because you can't actively fight them while they're challenging you. So you want to set it up so that way you have a chance for the AI to win with your party, because what happens when you lose is that you actually lose some points for the defensive party. Now it's not much, but you do lose some, and eventually it can get down to a point where it's like, okay, now I need to keep on going and try to get back to where I was before. So you want to set the defensive party as best as you can. One of the most important stats in PvP is your speed or your agility. You want to make sure that you have units that have relatively high agility, because overall speed is very important in creating the party, because that gives you the opportunity to go first. And you always want to have that opportunity to go first, because if you can go first, then that means that you have that opportunity to take out 1, 2, or 3 of their demons on their party, so you can potentially win the match. Because at the end of the day, the more units that are on one side of the battlefield, the higher chances that team has to win. So you want to make sure that you have units in here who have higher speed. Now good units, just a quick rundown, good units that have higher speed, just off the top of my head, White Rider has some decent speed. Horus has good speed, which is that golden phoenix. I believe Lucifer has good speed, and Fenrir has very good speed. So those are units that'll kind of boost up the speed of the party because of how high their agility is. Now other things to keep in mind are the brands that you equip on your demons. So you want to make sure that the brands that you have on your demons typically have higher speed. There are other brands that are better than the speed ones as well, because you want to make sure you have a good combination, because some brands, some bonuses on the brands only require 2 brands and some require 3. So I believe speed only requires that you have 2 of the speed brands. So that's always a benefit to having that. Other ones that are very good, I believe, are the shield and ward brands, because they protect you from status ailments and things of that nature by putting up a shield or ward on your demons. So that's something to keep in mind when you're putting brands together on your demons. So now going through the list, I always recommend trying to just go search through that list and challenge the weakest demons or the weakest team that you see on that list, because it gives you a greater chance of winning that duel. Now, that's more along the lines of people when they're first starting off in the bronze tier, because as you go through it, you go in silver, gold, and you go in higher tiers, and it becomes a little bit more difficult, because you're not going to find very many weak teams at that point. You're going to find the higher level teams, the higher level demons, and the ones that typically have more resistances and deal more damage. So that tip only really applies to the beginners, which that's what this video is for anyways. So you go and you challenge the teams, and it costs 1 duel point in order to challenge them. So it's not a big deal. Like typically I go into duel when I'm waiting for my stamina to recharge. because it's a good off balance. So it's like, you know, my stamina is waiting to recharge. Okay, I can't do that. I can't run Aura Gate right now because either it's not open or I don't have the points to go through Aura Gate. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go on Duel and try to rank up and everything like that. So you go and you fight them, and when you win, you get points added onto your total points, which, if again you see on your character portrait, you'll see your points and you'll see your rank. The points add up, and it improves your rank, as well as just your overall point system for your rewards once it's done. Now, this refreshes every week, so there are weekly rewards. So depending on your class, you will get specific rewards. So as of this video, my class is 1500 points or higher. So at 1500 points at silver 3, I get, if it was going to end today, which the PvP actually ends in 3 hours, I'd be getting 175 gems. So gold 1 gets 200, gold 2 250, and so on and so forth. You can go all the way up to legend, which legend is at 2300 points, and you get 700 gems, as well as a Kusith, which with Agilao large. Okay, so which is a transferable skill. There's also rank rewards. So depending on your rank, so at this moment I'm rank 1050-ish. So 1000 and above gets 300 gems. So I'm gonna try to get to that 1000 mark, so I can get the 300 gems or higher. As of right now, because I'm not at that 1000 mark yet, I'm gonna get 200 gems at 2500 rank or higher. So there's, like I said, this refreshes every week, so it's actually very good for free-to-play players. There's also an exchange, so every time you fight, you get what's excuse me, you get like these coins. So next to every person that you see, there's like 3 coins. So when you defeat them, you get 3 coins that you take into the exchange market, and in the exchange market you can exchange them for summoning files, superior summoning files, swords of Kusanagi, Magatmas, and whatever else they have at that moment for exchanging. Again, very good stuff. I always prioritize the summoning files, and then I go after the swords and Magatmas. The swords are used for training up demons. Magatmas are used for, I believe it was adding skill points, which is very good. Like you need the skill points in order to transfer abilities and stuff like that. So skill points, very good. Magatmas, again, you want to get them as well. Now, so what happens? You challenge a team and you lose. What happens is you lose points, so your class will go down gradually. You can get demoted, so you want to be careful with that. You always want to make sure that you have your party set up, so you want to do the best that you can. Quick mention back to my other video that I did prior, as far as the different architect types. You want to try to prioritize archetypes that archetypes that can cover your weaknesses. So if you're on the teal archetype, typically the teal archetype will have a bonus on it that will cover your demon's weakness. So if your demon's weak to ice, it might have a bonus skill or passive skill that gives you resist ice or nullify ice or reflect ice. So things of that nature makes it very good. For example, my succubus, she would typically be weak to light, but because I have her teal, then what she has on her passive is resist light. So she's no longer weak to holy skills or light skills, making her very viable in combat, because there's a lot of demons that carry Hama or the stronger Hama abilities. So that's the type of stuff you want to look for, which covers your weaknesses. Now, there's other things that are good as well. Typically in PvP, you don't really see a lot of status ailments, probably until maybe you get towards the higher end of the points list or the ranks. But typically, you don't see a lot of status ailments in PvP. You might see like some charms from succubus users or things of that nature, but not too many. So, I would normally, this is me. Some other people have other preferences. I would prefer or prioritize the teal archetypes, or the red archetype to have the extra damaging skill, because the red archetype will typically have another damaging skill that'll be stronger, or it'll be a different type. So if you have like a fire user, maybe that red type demon will have like instead of a fire skill, an extra fire skill, or maybe have like an ice skill to kind of cover different grounds. You also want to make sure that for your skills on your demons, you want to transfer skills onto those demons that cover a variety of different things, so you can get that weakness and get the extra turn to benefit yourself more in PvP. So that's going to be the quick rundown for me for this video today. Let me know if I missed anything, guys. If there was anything that you guys wanted me to touch on a little bit more, I'll be more than happy to do so. Let's get the conversation going down in the description below. Let me know what teams you guys are running. Personally, I like to run Succubus, Horus, White Rider, and Hanuman. That's the current team that I'm using. I do switch it up a little bit here and there. I use Sandalphon. Sometimes I'll replace White Rider with Sandalphon, but I find that White Rider typically covers more ground, where Sandalphon is more defensive for me. So let me know what you guys are using for your PvP teams, and thank you so much for watching the video today. I do appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll catch you all later. Good luck, Liberators. Peace out, guys.
少しは力になれたかな。